In a small village where lanterns glowed like captured stars, there lived a quiet boy named Elian. He was known for walking softly, for listening more than speaking, and for the way his shadow always seemed to linger a moment behind him, as if thinking before following. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Elian noticed something strange. His shadow no longer stretched proudly across the cobblestones. It had grown thin, pale, as though the night itself was slowly erasing it. When Elian stepped forward, the shadow hesitated. When he stopped, it trembled. That same week, darkness began arriving early. Lamps dimmed faster, candles burned shorter, and whispers spread of a coming eclipse. An ancient one, said to swallow light forever if it was not answered with a sacrifice. Elian followed his fading shadow to the edge of the village, where the hills met the sky. There, beneath a dimming moon, the shadow finally spoke, not with words, but with feeling. Elian understood. The eclipse was feeding on fear, and his shadow was holding something precious inside it. As the day of the eclipse arrived, the sky darkened unnaturally. The sun vanished behind a vast, moving veil. Children clutched hands, bells rang without joy, and Elian stood alone at the center of the village, his shadow barely visible at his feet. An ancient light stirred above, a silent promise and a terrible price. Elian felt it then. If the shadow vanished completely, the light would return, but he would never see himself the same way again. He hesitated. Without his shadow, who would he be? The darkness crept closer. Lanterns flickered out one by one. And in that moment, Elian realized the truth. His shadow did not carry his fear. It carried his courage, the part of him that stepped forward even when his voice would not. With a steady breath, Elian stepped into the heart of the eclipse. His shadow rose, glowing softly, and wrapped itself around the fading sun. Light surged outward, warm and golden, pushing the darkness back into the sky. When the eclipse passed, the village was brighter than it had ever been. Windows shone, laughter returned. The sun stood tall and unwavering. Elian looked down. His shadow was gone. For a moment, he felt empty. Then he noticed something new. Where his shadow once followed, light now gathered around him instead. He stood straighter. His steps were sure. The courage he once carried behind him now lived within. From that day on, the village told stories of the boy who saved the light. And Elian learned that some sacrifices do not take something away forever. They simply move it to where it truly belongs.